studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Today is exactly 3 months before Christmas, Robin.
Yeah, isn't that something?
You're going to open up a package. You're going to have a new garment in there that somebody gave you as a gift.
Oh, nice.
And you're going to say, oh my gosh, it looks so great. I can't wait to try it on. And then you're going to go put it on, and it's a little bit tight. And
Yes.
you're going to be so mad at yourself. You're going to say, oh, come on, I didn't eat that much. You know, it happens every year, right?
It does. To me, it does.
Well, you're not alone, and it's not just a ladies' problem. Us guys go through the same thing. I am a poster boy for that very subject. J.J. Smith has written a book that'll help us, though. She's on the phone. Her book is called Think Yourself Thin, a 30-day guide to permanent weight loss. You know how you say the key word is on this particular sentence? Let's see, 30-day, that's a key word.
Yeah.
Weight loss, that's a key word or words, and permanent. There's three sets of keywords on this one.
Yeah.
JJ has an impressive set of credentials. She's a nutritionist, a certified weight loss expert. She's been on Dr. Oz and the Steve Harvey Show, Glamour. Essence magazine has featured her. The Ladies' Home Journal has featured her. And her book is doing really well on Amazon. Let's say good morning. And thank you, J.J. Smith. You're going to help me in 3 months from now when I get a new pair of pants. They're gonna...
Absolutely. That's the goal. Absolutely. I'm here for you.
Hey, J.J., how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Where are you calling from?
Washington, D.C., the nation's capital.
Oh, my
Nice.
gosh. And how is
I love
everybody in
that.
D.C.? Everybody okay up there?
Everything seems calm. You know, we have our days.
So I'm looking at your
pretty
picture.
calm.
I don't mean to be presumptuous, but you look really like you're in good shape. Have you always been in good shape?
I have not been always been in good shape. I'm 49, but in my 20s, I had a lot of struggle with weight gain. And then in my 30s, I had mercury poisoning, which
Oh,
left
my
me
gosh.
bedridden, on 24 meds, organs didn't function.
What?
And, I swallowed my dental fillings. And so,
Oh, my gosh.
yes, I literally for 6 months couldn't get out of the bed, didn't have any energy. I mean, I'm an author. I didn't have the mental capacity to write a paragraph.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
mercury poison is very serious, but right now, today, at 49, I feel healthy and I feel good.
How did you get rid of the mercury poisoning? Was it just a matter of time, or...
Well, it's funny. They put me on 24 meds. After 6 months, the meds weren't working. My mother said, you need to find another solution. So I studied and researched and prayed, and I found that greens had a transformative effect on your health. And when you put a little fruit with them, they actually taste good. And green smoothies actually allowed my body to release the toxins. It literally was a detox where it got rid of the high levels of mercury. I had high levels of mercury in my gut, my kidney, my lungs. And in 10 days, I went from not being able to get out of the bed to literally being able to walk down the street.
Wow.
And so I learned through practical experience, green smoothies do two things. They help with the weight loss, and they really, really reverse a lot of health conditions.
Okay, I'm all ears. I want to hear about that. The book, by the way, is number one. I don't know if you know it or not. It's number one right now on Amazon. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm so excited.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
serious?
Wait a minute. You are number one.
Larry's excited.
The paperback is... Listen to this. The paperback is number one. The audiobook is number 7. And what is this? Oh, this is the Kindle is number 12. You're 3 places on the top charts for Amazon.
Wow, wonderful! I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna pretend it's being on our show that did that. Okay.
Absolutely. What else could it have been?
So when you did the detox smoothie, it also helped you lose weight, or were you already in shape at that point?
Well, what's interesting about it is I had lost weight learning to eat healthy and detoxing and that kind of stuff in my 20s. So I was in good shape. And then my health took a turn. I gained 20 pounds. I had no energy, brain fog all the time. And then once they figured out I had mercury poisoning, that's when I realized I'd have to do something different. And what happened was, I remember because it was New Year's Eve, and I asked some of my family and friends to help me do this green smoothie cleanse I was coming up with because I was trying to recover my health.
Yeah.
And everybody knew how sick I was, so who's going to say no? So we did it together. It was 102 of us, I think.
Wow.
And in 10 days, everybody lost 10 to 15 pounds. Blood pressure came down, blood sugar stabilized, and we were like, whoa. I said, I'm going to put this in a book, and I have to share how transformative green smoothies are to your health and weight. I was able to get back down in my goal weight, but during that I lost 11 or 12 pounds in that 10 days, so I was halfway there.
Wow. You've got some photos in the success stories part of your book, and I was just flipping through them as you were talking. Belisha.
Doesn't she look fabulous?
Well, she's looking fabulous, and she's also wearing something that shows skin, like her belly is showing, right? That's her midriff?
Yeah, and she's, this is a 50-plus-year-old woman.
She doesn't look
And
it.
why I like the success stories is because you need to see real people having struggle and overcoming it. Because you could say, oh, that sounds like me. Because sometimes we just need a little extra inspiration. So this is a book about changing the way you think, different behaviors, habits. And so we want to inspire people so they can actually get to the goal weight. I mean, we've been losing and gaining the same weight over and over. It's time to get off the treadmill and get to the goal.
And you have this emotional thing about your book, about how you tell people, because people will go in, and have those band operations and stomach stapling, that's still around, and then they lose all that weight, and then if they don't do the maintenance program,
they gain it back.
Right, exactly. But you show us that we don't need a maintenance program. This is how to lose weight healthily.
Right, and it's funny you say that, because even if you did lipo or something, all that weight comes back if you don't change your habits, your lifestyle, and just do things differently. So it's like a temporary fix, but if you haven't really changed the way you think, your relationship with food, you're going to just gain it all back. And so this book kind of stops that cycle. We have a 30-day mental mastery challenge where we do 30 days of exercises to really give you a foundation for having the mental fortitude. And one of them is just about emotional eating. It's about what we put in our mouths, how we feel at the time we do it, because you have to understand the emotional triggers that cause you to eat out of control if you're ever going to stop them. So we go real deep, not just what to eat, not what not to eat, because I think most of us know. Sugar bread, bread, all we know, that stuff's bad for us, but we eat it anyway. So the question is why? And that's what this book answers.
Yeah, all right, so how do you stop, though? I mean, okay, let's start with the smoothie. Can we start with that?
You're still on the smoothies? Okay.
Well, I want to go there first. So is that does that replace a meal, or does that go?
Yeah, the way it works. You if in the book you have a couple of different options. You can do green smoothies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then there are other things that you're eating throughout the day, like tuna, which is high in protein. You're going to eat eggs, nut seeds. You're not just doing green smoothies all day. Like, who could do that? But you're using green smoothies as your primary meal for 10 days. The other option a lot of people do, you do green smoothies for breakfast and lunch and just eat healthy for dinner. No fast foods, but, salmon, grilled chicken, salads. And you do that for 10 days, and you will get the benefits from a health standpoint and fast weight loss. I mean, there's 100 diets. I could tell people how to lose weight fast, but the question is it healthy, and are you going to be able to keep it off?
I want to make an observation about all the pictures I just looked at in the book. One of the best examples is the First Lady, Kimberly. She actually looks younger in the second picture after she lost 95 pounds. So I want to tell you something. We've had some friends who decided to lose weight, and we go to the restaurant with them, and they say, I'm just having a salad. And so then a couple months later, you look at them, and they're thinner, but they do not look good. They look like something's going on bad. And I thought, okay, they're just trying too fast. It's going down too fast or something. But it looks like the way your plan is, these ladies look healthy and younger, actually. Not
that's the goal. Healthy. One of the things I did mention about green smoothies your skin is a reflection of what's going on the inside. So it cleanses. It's a detox. So it cleanses your tissues and cells. So you start to have a radiant glow. So you'll see the people in the book. If you see Sondra Miles, you can almost see her glow through the picture. Her skin, like I've seen her in person, her skin, she's lost, 105 pounds or something. But
wow.
It literally glows.
Let me find her.
Yeah. And so the goal is not to look like you're lost weight, you hate life, you look miserable, but to actually look healthy and radiant and feel good, feel energetic, feel empowered. That's the ideal plan.
Well, the way fashion is today now, especially now that it's getting into fall, they suggest layering. And when a woman like myself layers things, I don't look as heavy as I really am. So that's just like a person is hiding behind that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you're layering in the summer, you're probably trying to hide something. And I think when people layer, I think particularly in the winter, I think it could be a really good look. But at the end of the day, we all have to take off our clothes and look in the mirror. And you want to be proud and happy about what you see. And if you feel dissatisfied, the dissatisfaction is what's telling you it's time to make a change. Let's do something different. Let's get to a place where we can be more proud of our effort toward how we take care of our body.
So how do we motivate ourselves and not procrastinate?
Well, it's funny. There's a chapter called Slay Resistance. And I start by saying, you say, it's nighttime. You say, I'm going to wake up at 5 and work out. You go to bed, alarm goes off at 5, you turn it off and go back to sleep. And I say, is that a big deal? And I said, you best believe it. You just lost the first battle of the day. And resistance is one, and you haven't even started. And resistance is that apathetic feeling of not doing what you know to do. And what the book does is try to give you some tools and strategies to press through resistance. Some people call it procrastination, fear. Whatever that thing is not causing us to do what we know is good for us, you have to be able to press through and break through. And the more you do, the stronger you get. And it won't be as hard the next time.
I just found the lady you were talking about, Sondra. Yeah, she looks really good. I have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question
you can see
about
her skin.
Swandra. What's on her nose? What is that?
Oh my gosh, cake. Strangely enough. Oh my gosh, it's actually cake. Go figure. We were really trying to make a point. But one of the things we did want to do with the success stories is not have everybody be a size 4 or 6, because you don't have to feel successful about your progress if you haven't gotten to a 4. You can be. It depends on where you started. And so you'll see so much variety and diversity in the success stories as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, that was cake.
All right, just wanted to know. I bet you she hates that picture. You put that picture in the book, she's going to say, what?
Well, strangely enough, she asked, she
wanted that one?
She wanted that one.
Oh, okay. So,
yes,
do you avoid some foods like all the time? Like, do you never ever eat anything? Is there something you always?
No, there's nothing I never ever eat, because I love pizza, lasagna, burgers, and fries. If I could, I'd eat them every day, but they're not going to get me to my goal. So I live by this 80-20 rule. Eat healthy 80% of the time, and 20% enjoy whatever it is I want. And what it is you just can't eat unhealthy all the time. And so I find that 80% of the time, like I tend to do well during the weekdays. And then, football's on the weekends. I like pizza. And so it's okay.
Yeah,
it's like a reward because I did so great all week. And that works better.
Pizza is mine, too. If the mafia ever kidnapped me and wanted me to talk, they could have a gun to my head. They could dip me in water, anything. I'm not going to talk. But if they say no more pizza, I'll talk.
It's a wrap.
I'll talk, yeah.
Yeah.
People hear about the time of day, though. Some people are told you can't eat after 6 o'clock at night. You shouldn't eat before 7 in the morning. How do you? And you have to eat like maybe 3 meals a day or 6 meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you address that issue?
Well, there's so many different, philosophies on how to eat and what to eat. That's why there's so many different diet plans on the market. The reason people don't say, they say don't eat after 6 o'clock is because the body's fat-burning systems rest and repair overnight. So the later you eat, that fat is not going to metabolize or burn off. It's just going to sit there. So the earlier you can eat, the better chance you have of burning it off. I think if as long as you give yourself 2 to 3 hours before you fall asleep, then it's okay. Like if you stay up till 11, you can eat till 8 easily. So it's really give yourself 2 to 3 hours from your last meal. It doesn't have to be 6 o'clock because most people haven't eaten dinner by then.
Oh, okay.
So what kind of exercises are you doing? I mean, is it just walking, or is it actually...
Oh, my goodness. I'm the worst with exercise. Exercise is not my forte. But my public service announcement is great for cardio health, heart health. But that's not my strength. I tend to walk, and I like to do squats because at 49, it helps my butt not sag. But
what?
I gotta try that.
Yes,
Your butt knots.
yes, because you may not can relate because the older you get, things start to sag.
Yeah, they do. They sag.
You can relate to me, right?
Yes,
so I
can.
do things to, like I do collagen so things don't sag. I like to do squats. But for the most part, I will, and I always tell people start small. Instead of saying I'm going to go to the gym for an hour and not, maybe just walk to lunch. Or park the furthest away from the grocery store, so you have just build in little ways to exercise instead of going, the elevator up 8 flights. I mean, just walk it sometimes. Do small things. I like 4-minute Tabata, high intensity interval training. It will increase your fat burning throughout the entire day in just 4 minutes. It's a very impactful way to exercise without spending a lot of time.
Really? And what do you do specifically?
Well, for 20 seconds, you can do any high-intensity exercise. You can do jumping jacks,
20
burpees.
seconds.
20 seconds, but really, really intensely. And then 10 seconds you rest. And you do 20, and then 10 seconds you rest. Do that for straight 4 minutes. You're going to be exhausted.
Wow.
Okay.
But what it's doing is revving up the metabolism all day long. If I do that, you would have think I ran a marathon. I'm totally thrilled with myself.
So I have one of those apps on my phone that tells me how many steps I walked in the day. Do you have one of that? Do you have one of those things?
My mom gave me one for Christmas, but I haven't turned it on yet because I know the number's going to be low.
My number's always low. I know. But what it does is it makes me want to make it higher. Like I look at the number and go, oh my gosh, if I just walk around the block, it'll be like 1,000 more steps.
Right. It will encourage you to walk more. You say, oh, man, I'm not doing too well. So I love those kind of tools for really encouraging us. I mean, some people have those apps that tell them they need to drink more water, and it'll be like, ding, 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 please go drink water. And so anything like that helps is great.
And now how about when you're going out to parties or to a restaurant or having family gatherings like you had, for New Year's? How do you know, like you're going to eat there? So do you bring your own food or do you just
no. Let me tell you, eating and food it's like how my aunts and my mom show love. And so to not eat what they cook would be like a slap in the face. I would never do that. So what I tend to do is I will eat a healthy breakfast. I mean, whether it's an omelet, oatmeal, green smoothie. And then I will say for when I go there, I'm going to enjoy the comfort Southern food that they cook. And I'm not even going to feel a bit guilty about it. I just eat healthy for the morning and just know the rest of the day is going to be a cheat meal. And enjoy it. Enjoy fellowship and fun with your family. People, to try not to enjoy the fellowship and food is very hard to do. And for me, it would literally insult them. So I just try to eat healthy before I go out of the door.
You look good. I'm looking at your picture here. Okay.
She looks great.
You have another book, right? Green Smoothies for Life? That's another book, right?
Yeah, that was the follow-up to the 10-day green smoothie cleanse. And what happened was for 10 days, people would have all these great health and weight loss benefits, and then they're like, what do I do after the 10 days?
Right.
So the 10-day cleanse is a detox, and the green smoothies has a plan for lifetime. It's what you can do to continue to lose weight, maintain weight loss after the 10 days.
Now, sometimes people have blood pressure fluctuations, and their doctors advise them not to have green vegetables for a while because of the vitamin K. It might affect the blood pressure medication. What kind of smoothie do you have if you have to stay away from green vegetables for a while?
Well, I think the best news I ever heard was you can eat and lose weight. And so even if you don't have a green smoothie, there are still, if you just do eggs and turkey bacon, you can do oatmeal. The reality is we just have to make better choices. I always tell people, don't become dependent on green smoothies. Don't make it a crutch. Just try to make a better eating decision one meal at a time. People say, well, I got to go to fast foods. Every fast food restaurant now has salads, grilled chicken. It's just we have to choose those things.
Yeah.
So there's no one thing, that you have to eat in order to lose weight. You can eat. You have plenty of options these days. Just choose healthy one meal at a time.
So can I ask maybe a dumb question? But you're talking to a radio guy, so this is what I'm supposed to do. There's supposed to be at least one dumb question. What do you actually make it in? Is it a blender?
It is a blender, not a juicer. See, a juicer will kick out all the pulp, the skin, the fiber, and that's the good stuff you need.
Okay.
Green smoothies are made in a blender where everything goes in and the fiber is what slows down the blood sugar spike. So green smoothies are nutritionally sound. They have everything you need, whereas juicing is a little bit more dramatic. It can cause blood sugar spikes if you're not careful.
And give me an example of what's in the typical green smoothie. Is there milk? There's no milk in it, right?
No milk at all. It's the base is water. Now, the recipes in my book are designed for detox and weight loss. You can literally go Google green smoothies and get one that has as much calories as a cheeseburger.
Right.
Okay, so you have to be careful. Mine are designed for detox and weight loss. So they have greens, like a spinach or kale or something, fruit, mango, pineapple, blueberries, and then water. So it's greens, fruits, and water. Throw it all in a blender. Less than 5 minutes, you got a healthy breakfast out the door.
And this is very, very good news, because sometimes, like with my family, I tried to have dinner time with everybody for the dinner meal. And then if you're making things that are healthy for you because we're on this diet, the rest of your family really won't know, but they'll benefit from it.
Right.
All right. I'm coming over to eat your place.
Yeah, because when you throw around the word diet, you can only have certain things. The other people that aren't on a diet will be turned off.
All right.
They'll say, no,
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
The book is on several different spots, including number 1 on Amazon right now. I just looked at it, but I lost it, so I can't remember. But I know one of them. I think the paperback was number 1. So I have a copy of the paperback. If you would like one, if one of you would like the copy I have, call me. I'm going to get my own because I want to keep. If nothing else, the recipes. Right? We want to do this, right?
Great.
All right, we're going to do this. JJ, you're going to change us. 3 months till Christmas.
That's right.
Yes, let's go. 3 months. We're going to finish the year strong.
And your book is divided into 4 different sections, so you really address each different psychological view in each section. And it's really a wonderful, wonderful tool for the people.
Call me if you want the one I have. The rest of us have to go buy it. I found it on Amazon. And your website is your name, is that right?
Yep, jjsmithonline.com.
Oh, jjsmithonline.com. Okay. Well, thank you, JJ. Thank you for being on the show with us today. That was really good.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Very energetic. I love when our guests have energy. Thank you.
All righty, bye-bye.
We'll be right back.